In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on July 4th, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Chicago Cubs versus Milwaukee Brewers. The Chicago Cubs play the first of 3 games at American Family Park on Monday against the Milwaukee Brewers. Chicago is 32-46 and tied with the Pittsburgh Pirates for 3rd place in the National League Central, but trails the front-running Milwaukee Brewers by 12 games. Milwaukee has won 5 of the last 7, and the Brewers hold a 1-game lead in the National League Central over the St. Louis Cardinals. The Cubs are 3-9 in their last 12 road games and 4-0 in their last 4 overall. The Brewers are 4-9 in their last 13 home games and 6-2 in their last 8 overall. The under is 5-2 in Cubs' last 7 during Game 1 of a series. The over is 9-1 in Brewers' last 11 overall. The Cubs are 2-8 in the last 10 meetings in Milwaukee and 8-20 in the last 28 meetings. The Milwaukee Brewers start the season with one of baseball's better starting rotations, but injuries and poor performances have dropped Milwaukee out of the top 10 in team ERA. Chicago has struggled much of the season, but the Cubs have won each of their last 4 and have had solid production at the plate with the 10th best team batting average in baseball. Chicago Cubs starting pitcher Justin Steele is coming off a strong outing in which the right-hander allowed 6 hits and 1 run in 5 innings, and Chicago defeated Cincinnati 8-3. Milwaukee starter Eric Lauer has not seen much success in each of the last 4 starts, allowing 20 earned runs in only 21 2/3 innings. The Milwaukee Brewers are obviously the better team and should be favored here. However, we're getting the hotter pitcher and plus money. Justin Steele has allowed 31 hits and 10 earned runs in his last 29.2 innings, while Eric Lauer has given up 31 hits and 21 earned runs in his last 27.2 innings. Lauer was rough in the month of June, to say the least, so the Chicago Cubs to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The total has finished over in 4 out of Chicago's last 5 and in 9 out of Milwaukee's last 11. The total has also finished over in 4 out of the last 5 that Milwaukee has played against a team that has a losing record. Chicago's team ERA is 26th in baseball at 4.79, and opponents are averaging .255 at the plate against Cubs pitching, which is 24th. Steele is having a decent season, but a 10.4% walk rate has gotten him into trouble a little too often. More problems will come later in the game, as the Cubs had the 5th worst bullpen ERA in the league, with injuries seriously limiting their current depth. Chicago is not a bad offense at all for a rebuilding team, with a 102 WRC+, as a few exciting young players like Christopher Moore are hitting well at the moment. These offenses have improved lately, and the starters are vulnerable enough. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. San Francisco Giants versus Arizona Diamondbacks. The San Francisco Giants and Arizona Diamondbacks clash in Game 1 of a 3-game set at Chase Field Monday evening. The Giants are slated to give left-hander Carlos Rodon his 16th start of the season. Arizona counters with veteran left-hander Madison Bumgarner. San Francisco opens as a road favorite. The Giants are 17-6 in their last 23 Monday games and 53-24 in their last 77 versus the National League West. The under is 7-1-3 in San Francisco's last 11 in Game 1 of a series. Meanwhile, the Diamondbacks are 23-65 in their last 88 versus the National League West and 4-10 in their last 14 Monday games. The under is 3-0-1 in Arizona's last 4 Monday games. The Giants and Diamondbacks are heading in a troubling direction at this juncture of the year. Entering play on July 4th, each club has lost 7 of their last 10 games and has seen their production at the plate take a significant hit. Madison Bumgarner is expected to start for Arizona in the first game of this series. He pitched well in a losing effort against the Padres on Wednesday afternoon, allowing just 1 run on 4 hits over 5 innings of work. The 32-year-old lefty walked 3 and struck out 4 on the day. He faces his former team, but this is not the same Mad Bum we remember dominating in the World Series. He brings a 3.63 ERA and 1.37 WHIP into this game. but look for the Giants to hop on their former guy early and often. Arizona has lost 13 of their last 15 facing National League West teams. Rodon is rolling right now with just 2 earned runs in 21 innings combined over his last 3 starts on 12 hits and 3 walks. He should post a quality outing in this opener as well. As for Bumgarner, he took a tough luck loss his last time up, but his stats were nice on 6 innings. 1 earned, 4 hits and 3 walks. I like Arizona to hang around in this one, but I believe that San Francisco has the edge here. So the San Francisco Giants money line is our full game side pick. Even though the Diamondbacks rank middle of the pack in runs scored over the past 15 days, the underlying stats don't back them up in keeping that ranking. On top of ranking in the bottom 10 in most major offensive categories, the Diamondbacks have struggled against left-handed pitching. They rank in the bottom 5 versus lefties on the season in team average, OBP and OPS, meaning Rodon should have his way with this lineup. The Giants have had a hard time getting runs across in their last 15 days, ranking in the bottom 10 in runs scored during that time frame. This is highlighted by the Giants scoring 4 or less runs in 8 of their last 10 games. San Francisco will start electric lefty Carlos Rodon on Monday. He allowed 1 run on 7 hits over 6 innings in last Tuesday's 4-3 win over the Tigers. He struck out 4 without walking a batter and improved to 7-4 on the year. Rodon will bring a 2.62 ERA, 1.09 WHIP, and 105.28 Kelvin BB ratio over 15 starts into this road game with the Diamondbacks. Impressively, he has allowed 2 or fewer runs in 6 consecutive starts and will have the upper hand in this game. Arizona holds the 5th lowest on base percentage while averaging a pedestrian 4.15 runs per game. Expect most of the runs in this game to come from the Giants because I can't see the Diamondbacks consistently hitting Rodon's fastball. Look for a lower scoring game today. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Mets versus Cincinnati Reds. The New York Mets will be going for their 2nd consecutive road series win when they face the Cincinnati Reds in the first game of their 3-game series on Monday night. Taijuan Walker, 6-2 and 2.72 ERA, will get the start for the Mets. The Reds will counter with Hunter Green, 3-9 and 5.72 ERA. New York is 6-4 in its last 10 games against Cincinnati. New York is 21-6 in their last 27 series opening games and 1-4 in their last 5 games overall, while the over is 5-1 in their last 7 Monday games. Cincinnati is 3-13 in their last 16 home games and 1-8 in their last 9 home games against a team with a right-handed starter, while the over is 10-0 in their last 11 games against a team with a winning percentage above .600. The Reds are going from hosting the defending World Series champion Braves to now welcoming in the only team above them in their division, the Mets. An even more accurate description would be the worst team in the National League against the until recently best team. The Dodgers just took over that top spot, but the Mets can still get their 50th win with one against the Reds on Monday. Cincinnati lost the first 2 games of their weekend series by a combined score of 13-2. And then blew a 9th-inning lead on Sunday, although they ended up winning the game. That collapse is the perfect demonstration of the Reds' biggest weakness this season. Their bullpen is atrocious. It's the worst in the league, and by a significant margin. Their 5.67 ERA is nearly a full run worse than the Rockies' 4.81 ERA. Just 1 spot ahead of them. For perspective, the Astros and Yankees separation is 2.67 to 2.72 for the top 2 spots. The wide margin is bad enough, let alone the fact that the average is more than double that of other teams. The Reds relievers haven't gotten much help in front of them either. Monday starter Hunter Green has allowed 13 runs over his last 3 starts, 10 of which were in 2 home games. That's a dangerous combination as the Mets spent most of June as the league's highest scoring team. After Cincinnati has displayed no signs of improvement to their weaknesses, New York is one of the best teams to capitalize, so the New York Mets money line is our full game side pick. The Mets are averaging 4.78 runs per game and 4.70 runs per game on the road. They average 2.67 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Reds. With Cincinnati giving up 5.97 runs per game at home, the Mets will go over their average in this game. The Reds are averaging 4.3 runs per game and 5.3 runs per game at home. They average 5.67 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Mets. Green has also struggled some with keeping his pitch count low in the early innings, which leads to too much of a Reds bullpen that has by far the worst ERA in the majors while currently dealing with some key injuries. On the other side, Walker could be due for at least a little regression as it's hard to maintain a minuscule 0.37 HR9 forever. especially with a matchup in homer-friendly Cincinnati ahead. An 88 WRC plus overall for the Reds doesn't look good, but a lot of that is to posting horrendous numbers in the first month plus of the season. And the future Hall of Famer Votto heating up the last few weeks has helped matters. With the Mets doing the most of the damage, look for these offenses to do enough on Monday. Also, with New York giving up 4.5 runs per game on the road, the Reds will score enough runs to push the score over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.